Okay, this fucking piece of shit's died twice now. I'm saying low battery, but it says full battery. So this is really fun at 5:30 in the morning. Are you ready to work now? Fucking piece of shit. Jesus. All right, good morning. It's about 5:30. Just getting to the shop, and we got quite a few projects going on. So I need the land leveler, and I've never had it hooked up to the new track machine. Thought it'd be pretty simple. Usually is. This has a valve that switches the oil flow there, so this whole thing tilts. Or you can switch that valve, and then it'll put these rippers down on the ground. It has an electrical harness. It plugs into the machine, and it's pretty simple, but not on Bobcat. It's not simple. Had to buy a $500 some electrical thing, because apparently the wiring in there isn't just power and ground. At least they said it wasn't. Maybe they horsed me on this, I don't know. So I'm gonna hook this thing up here, see if this works. I got a couple guys going to do those retaining walls in Cassville. I got a couple other guys doing a little landscaping job. I have a high school kid, well, he's out of high school. He went to college for welding, passed his class for welding, all that jazz, and wants to be a welder. I've had guys work for me before that have went to welding school, and they can weld, but they cannot fabricate. They have no experience in fabricating. And in my opinion, if you can't fabricate, if you can't measure, what's the point of being able to weld? I'm gonna test this kit. I've always wanted a bedding box for retaining walls, so I printed off a picture of one. This is the one that I want to build. Got a quick attach plate on there. Holds about a yard and a half of clean stone. So when we are building the base or backfilling a retaining wall, instead of dumping it, you know, on the site, making a pile or something, you can dump the clean stone in here, and then the excavator can scoop it out and put it where it needs to go. This would be really handy. To buy this is probably, I think it's $5 grand, something like that. So I know I can build one in-house for about half that. I don't really have the time right now to build that, so I messaged that kid last night, and I said, hey, I got a welding project. I'm pretty much gonna show him this picture and talk to him for about 5 minutes, and then just see what happens. I have everything here to build this and make that exactly. And the welding shop where we get all our steel is 10 minutes away. So we're gonna see how that goes. That should be interesting. I'm not talking shit about welding school. I'm just saying, I had a guy come here once and brag about how he's a super welder, and you know, and then I ask him to fix one little thing and he has no idea. If somebody's got to make it for you and prep it for you and get it all ready for you to weld, to me that doesn't make sense. But we'll see here in a little bit how he feels about this. I'll let you know. All right, just getting up here to Cassville. The guys are working on this retaining wall. I just delivered them a load of clean stone, and we've got some loads of limestone rocks. These look really good. So we've never used this guy for rocks before. Well, the biggest thing when you're building these walls is you like stuff that's kind of uniform and all the same size, and this stuff looks pretty good, so we're kind of excited to try this out and see how it works. So, and then too, we got to pick out probably 15 of them for steps. So there's going to be steps going up this wall as well. So they got some of this all excavated out. Rainy yesterday and wet, so they didn't really get a whole lot done, but so a little tricky here working around this stuff here. She's got a little pond in here, waterfall thing. Pretty tight on space working in here, but I promise you when it's done, this will look awesome. You would want to build the lower wall first, but in this situation, we're gonna build that upper wall, get that all set, and then we're gonna build this lower wall. Well, and then there'll be stairs going up through there. You know, easy. Let's go look at these walls down here. I'll show you what we're trying to match aesthetically. So as you can see here, got a pretty killer view. It's a pretty nice place. The guy that sold me the rock is the guy that built these walls down here. I remember when I met this lady, she had asked me about doing some retaining walls back here, and that was like when I first started my business, and I told her, I was like, there's no way, like I didn't have the equipment or the resources to do it. These are the walls she has back here. They look really good, but as you can see here, you know, we're down a mountainside, so some of those rocks are 3-4 feet tall. Those guys came in, built the walls, put the steps in, really nice. She had us put these trails through the wooded area here so she can drive her UTV around. So there's trails that go up, trails that go up there. And then she called and she says, hey, I want a sidewalk down here by these retaining walls. And we don't do a lot of concrete. I said, sure, why not? I love a good challenge. We ended up pouring this sidewalk and we stamped it, and it's colored. We tried to get it as close to limestone as possible. It turned out good. Like I said, we don't do a lot of concrete. You know, we do enjoy doing it once in a while. So we basically just made this pathway, and then she wanted a little square over here for some chairs or whatever. So nice and simple. It's actually pretty dang close to the color of the limestone. I'll tell you what, the day it was coming out of the concrete truck, I was like, holy shit, this is the wrong color. It was not close at all. Yeah, after being here for 2 or 3 years, it looks pretty good. So here's some pictures from that job. This is a picture of my old mini excavator. It's kind of embarrassing, but hey, she made me money back then. We got a lot done with it. It was a piece of shit, but sometimes you gotta start out that way. The hardest part about this job was getting the concrete down here. So I know it's really hard to tell on camera. You have to go all the way up that trail and get up to the road. We actually couldn't use that trail, so we had to use that trail, and we had to like literally skid loader all of it down here. It was a lot harder than we thought. Got it done. Looks good to me. So anyways, this is the kind of walls that we're trying to mimic up there. Definitely like the rustic look. That's what we're going for. So we'll go up there and chat with those guys for a couple minutes. So Hunter's just setting up a string line here. This is going to be the face of our wall, and he needs to excavate out to there. Not a huge job, but it's very tight on space and hard to get to. But he can back the dump truck up right here, and they can load right there. Easy stuff, easy. So they got the landscape trailer here. So far, it's still clean. First job of the season, still clean. So we're doing good. John's backing up the big old 7.3. Told you, I love this truck. She's a money maker. She's just a damn good truck. Okay, looks good. Get her all dug out. Put it in the truck, haul it away, get her done, you know. First retaining wall of the year. Things are going pretty slow right now. Sean, he was actually on the mowing crew all last year, so he's actually never really been on a wall job like this. It's all new to him. Hunter's a little green and been sleeping in lately. So we'll get back in the groove. It's just part of spring, and we've never started this early. So it's the first week of March. Never ever have we started this early. Remember when I said we got to do that annual inspection? We got some loose bolts come on. Well, I'm just stressing the f out here. Just can't get a hold of anybody. Facebook's down. Eric's phone doesn't work at all. And Derek's phone, you can't call it. He can only make calls. If there's one thing that pisses me off all the time, it's technology. All the time. There's always something wrong with it. Pisses me off, but man, it sure makes things easier. I mean, most of the time, all the technology we have, I don't know how guys did this back in the fucking 70s. And I mean, what, just talk on the CB and mail each other letters? Man, this is stressful.
The next day.
So far we got Holly sweeping up a mess from the skid loader. We got a skid loader in here with one fork on it. That's cool. Eric getting this trailer ready, getting the roller ready. We got to roll some baseball fields today. Got Hunter working on who knows what.
Put it on backwards, okay?
Hey, put it on backwards. All right, we got Sean working on a broom. It's power brooming season, so we got to go through these things. Put some new bristles on there, check over the gearbox, grease them all up. And we got Tech trying to build something. See how this goes. He went and got some steel and he's just starting to cut it up now. As long as he can measure, we shouldn't have an issue. I gave him the blueprint with all the measurements, so we'll see. I'm driving the sales truck this week just to make sure it doesn't have any issues before I give it to the new sales manager. Got some packages in the mail. What did we get today? Home Depot. That gives you a clue. So Home Depot had a sale on Milwaukee batteries, which I couldn't pass up. I don't normally shop at Home Depot, but their online sales are pretty good. Bunch of 12-volt batteries. For any of you guys that have watched our channel for a while, you know that we use Milwaukee tools, obviously, but the lawn care guys and the landscapers basically got rid of 90% of our steel products and we went with Milwaukee. All of our trimmers, blowers, hedge trimmers, chainsaws, they're all Milwaukee. We switched about 2 years ago. We've been pretty happy with it. It's obviously not perfect. The only issue that I've seen is these 12-volt batteries. When you use them every single day for trimming grass, they lose a lot of their length for how long they stay charged. I got the Lawn Mowing Crew 9 new 12-volt batteries. So all of their 12-Os we will transfer over to the service trucks and the landscaping crew. They still work fine, but the weed eaters and the leaf blowers, they require a lot of battery. So basically just updating. So it was a pretty good deal on these batteries. Let's see, I got 9 of them and it was $1,200, basically $135 with tax for a 12-volt battery. Now anybody that buys Milwaukee batteries knows that that's a damn good deal. 3 batteries for $400. 1 day sale only. They're probably all sold out. I probably should have bought more, but. So as far as those Milwaukee tools, obviously they're tools are pretty much bulletproof. We've been using those for years. The lawn and garden equipment, the saws, trimmers, blowers, it's good stuff. It's not really built for commercial operations. We went through quite a few trimmers when they first came out. They were kind of built cheap and the leaf blowers kind of suck, but I know they do have a backpack leaf blower now. So if you guys are thinking about switching to electric power tools for your landscaping business, I don't think I would recommend it quite yet. I took the leap and kind of crossed my fingers. I think in a couple more years the batteries will be a lot better, you know, and the tools will be a lot better. I don't think they're quite there yet for the commercial landscaper. We do enjoy them. They are lighter, quicker, a little nicer to use, but as far as longevity and kind of hard on the equipment, you're probably going to want like a steel or the Red Max brands or whatever. So I got Tech building that bedding box. I stopped and saw him a couple times yesterday and it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, but I wish he had a chop saw or something, because to get the angles we need are pretty tough on that saw. So some of these angles are close. But again, you know, he just got out of welding school. Obviously, he hasn't been fabricating his whole life. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this is like a 5. I mean, he's actually doing pretty good. I basically gave him that picture and some measurements yesterday. He's figuring it out all on his own. So that's what you want as a business owner. You want employees that are gonna figure shit out and get it done and not bother you. I'm gonna meet him here in a little bit and kind of go over some things on what I want done with this. Yeehaw.
The hunter montage here. Just over here watching Tech, trying to learn, but. So this is Tech, McClimates. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna hold up. But yeah, he's over here welding. Hey Tech, you forgot there too.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that's gonna work, Tech. That ain't gonna work. Tech's building us a big ass shopping cart. What are you doing?
What the f are you doing?
Don't you want to get camera time?
Get that f***ing camera out of here.
He's got to go over to his bag. Should we check out what's inside? We've got gloves. Take everything out. Don't put it back. Wow. He has everything labeled as TM. Wonder what's the He's got some oxyacetylene glasses. Back at it. That's Tech. This is Eric. Hello.
Just getting back to the shop. Tech messaged me, asked if I could stop. He must need a hand. Let's go see what he's got going on. Confusion, probably. Confusion. Yeah. What's the matter?
Oh, I don't think I had a 100% level.
What?
When I did that one, I did this. I only had a 100% level.
Camera died last time I was here with Tech, but looks like he's got it figured out here. He actually had this piece here was a little bit longer than that one, which messed everything up. He's got her fixed up now. Showed him what was wrong. He's getting her done. I think he's doing a great job. One thing he did kind of learn is that just tack. Don't go crazy welding stuff. The first couple pieces he put together, he went crazy welding, and I'm like, dude, if we gotta change something, you can break a tack pretty easy. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna work pretty good. Pretty excited to start using this thing. Hunter and Sean could be using this on that wall down in Cassville. Perfect site for that. Sean could be bringing clean stone, dumping it in here, and then Hunter could be scooping the clean stone out and putting it in the base or behind the wall. I've always wanted one, and I said I was gonna build one this spring. Didn't have time. Tech just finished welding school, so I was like, shit, might as well give him a shot. So it looks like he's doing a great job. As for now, I gotta go get my kids and spend some time with them and try to shut the business brain off for a little while, which is hard to do. We will talk to you guys later.